Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more Antimatter Chemistry Skyblock edition. I'm joined, of course, by the one, the only. It's Janky Nick. How you doing, man?
Hello! Hi, man. What's up? Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are back on your internet waves. Hi.
That's true. Yeah.
Hope you're having a good day.
We're back on your screens, maybe. Depending. Do you reckon there's I imagine there's a non-zero number of people who listen to these episodes exclusively.
Yeah, probably.
Like maybe like while they're driving, like maybe podcast mode.
Yeah.
Let me know if you're the one person who listens to these while driving in your motor vehicle or non-motor vehicle of choice.
Yeah, I've been doing that a lot recently. Like I'll get in the car, I'll put like a long YouTube video on, usually like a talk show or something.
Yeah.
And then I'll just drive.
Yeah,
it's great. I love it.
I do it all the time. Yeah,
man. I'm consuming information and knowledge while I'm commuting, Isaac.
Exclusively, no entertainment whatsoever.
Don't do it otherwise.
Just information and knowledge. Wow.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's all it is. That's all it is. No.
Yeah,
no comedy.
Oh yeah.
No humor. No. Nothing that makes me, enjoy myself, Isaac.
Yeah. No,
just
obviously.
Knowledge.
Yes, just knowledge.
Yeah.
I exclusively listen to text-to-speech readouts of Wikipedia pages on my car.
It's a good idea, that. It's actually a really good idea.
Is it?
I'll get that stupid TikTok woman to do it. The really annoying voice.
Yeah. Oh,
listening to TikTok videos. Oh, sorry. Listening to Wikipedia articles in the vehicle. And then it's just that voice, right? But the entire article. Can you imagine anything better than that, Isaac?
The thing is, like, Wikipedia, it's not too difficult. It's not hard to read, but like an AI reading it out would be horrible. Like every other line would just be citation needed in brackets, like.
We'd start reading out like the little, like the little ones.
The little numbers,
twos.
yeah.
Be like, and he died in 1959, one, or it'll be like
citation needed.
And then wait till it finishes, Isaac, and then it starts reading out the reference section. www.harvard.edu/ZBY% and it just keeps going.
I never understand, Nick, why sometimes text-to-speech algorithms like that read the same thing out differently, right? Like instead of just being like www, it'll always be like www. Like they read it in like a random cadence almost, and I don't understand, Nick.
Right,
you know what I mean?
I think so. I think it's because they're confused, Isaac, because they're looking for a word.
Yeah.
And instead they're getting a code and they're trying to read it like a word, right?
Right.
So it's I don't know. It's a bit like, it sounds a little bit like them learning a new language, right? It's like us learning a new language and like we'll read a sentence out in this new language and then we'll get the cadence wrong, right? Because we're not really sure of how to say something. I think this is the same, but for Kim, the AI woman. I'm now going to refer to all AI.
All AI.
Yeah, as Kim. Yeah.
I mean, I guess, but like at the same time, is it all like artificially generated? Like, can they not just like hard code in that www is just like is said like that?
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, it's common enough for it to warrant them doing that. Right.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like there are some things that are so common that they would warrant hard baking in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do love a hard bake.
Yeah, what's a hard bake?
What's a hard bake? It's cookies, Isaac. Hard bake. Although I don't like hard baked cookies, soft baked cookies definitely take the cake.
Do they call them hard baked cookies?
I don't know. They definitely call them soft baked cookies.
There's definitely soft bake, which I don't understand. Like I understand they're baked until they become soft, but the way that the phrase soft bake is like structured makes it sound like the baking itself is soft, which is not the case, right?
No, like the oven is very much hard. Like that's not that exactly. Oven's not like a sludgy, slobby rubber oven. Right? It's very much a rigid, structurally sound oven.
Yeah. Instead of being called soft bake, should be called like baked until soft.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, right? Is it isn't hard baked for longer? So it's baked until hard. Like
I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, wouldn't hard baked be called baked until soft and then hard? Is that the long name?
I guess you could, like, legally if you wanted to be a psychopath, but
right.
But I don't know if every name has to incorporate every step. Do you know what I mean? Like, instead of being bake until golden brown, it's not bake until pale, then slightly less pale, then a little dark, then golden brown. You know what I mean? Like, they don't.
I want a flow chart, Isaac. That's what I want. I want to know every step of the way, just so I'm kept in the loop.
Exactly, right? Because you might get to golden brown, I think maybe that's not it, and then keep going, it gets to black, and then you're thinking maybe if I keep going, eventually it'll come back around to golden brown. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe, man.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Well.
Hi everyone. Welcome.
Hi everybody. Welcome back to Modern Minecraft. We're back.
We are. It's true.
We are very back. We're very much back. From what I remember, Isaac. By the way, when I logged on here earlier, I joined the server before you. This place was swarming. Like when I say swarming, we're talking like those beehive videos on YouTube, man.
Oh, yeah.
Swarming with pigmen. I couldn't believe it. So I had to do some small wizardry spells, Isaac, to purge them from the land.
It's become a hotspot, right? For the hottest new destination for zombie pigmen across the across the globe. Wow.
It's a zombie pigman honeypot over here.
Wow.
Yeah. But the problem is, Isaac, is that if the other, prospective pigmen see that it's saturated with pigmen, they're going to think, oh, school holidays are on. It's too busy. Let's not go. So I just purge them to make the place look more attractive for more pigmen to come and join. Now, that did pose an issue. I'm assuming that, I don't really know too in depth how it works, but I assume there were so many pigmen on here, man, that no other mobs actually spawned in our newfound cobblestone box, Isaac, which we have built. I think that was the last thing we did, right? You right, man?
I'm dandy.
Oh, good.
I'm peachy as heck.
Well, you are. Yeah. No.
I couldn't be better, honestly.
Okay, that's good.
Continue. Yeah, we built the mob box, and
we
the
did.
Thing that we're missing, Nick, is a drop of evil.
That's
what we're currently missing.
How do we get that drop of evil? Hello. Oh my God.
That we need to head. I was gonna try and make a joke there about heading to like a corporation's headquarters, but I can't. I don't want to. I can't think of a corporation I'm happy to call evil off the top of my head. Yeah,
it's basically what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, so to make it, Nick, we need 8 gunpowder, 4 stacks of sulfur, and 4 stacks of carbon. I'm currently in the deepest of darks, acquiring coal to get carbon. The sulfur we should already have. The tricky part, I think, is going to be the gunpowder, as it requires potassium nitrate, which might not be too bad. It's potassium, nitrogen, oxygen. Could you see, Nick, if you could make 16 potassium nitrate?
I will. So we've got potassium in the system. We do have some nitrogen in the system, and we definitely have oxygen. Yeah, okay. All right. 16 potassium nitrate. Potassium nitrate. God, I feel like I'm in chemistry again. Here we go. That's because I am. This is metaverse chemistry, Isaac. That's what this is.
Yeah, maybe, man.
Yeah, man.
I've got a question for you, Nick. Do you have the app known as Uber?
I do, Isaac. I do have the app known as Uber.
He has the Uber app. I required an Uber the other day, Nick. And I utilized the application on my cellular device to request an Uber driver.
Yeah.
As one does.
Yes.
And the Uber driver arrived. And could you walk me through your protocol for when the Uber driver pulls up? Walk me through step by step what happens next.
Okay, so Uber driver pulls up.
Yeah. You see him coming on the map, right? You've picked a spot where you've agreed to meet up, with your Uber driver of choice. Not of choice, but of assignment. And you meet at that spot, right? Continue.
Exactly. So see him on my phone. I'll look at the car. I'll look at the color of the car, and I'll look at the registration of the car. Yeah. And I'll spot it. And then I'll go up to it. I'll kind of put my hand up as a bit of a wave if he can't
Yeah.
see me or he's still driving.
Yeah.
And then I will go up to either if he rolls the window down or she rolls the window down, I'll say, "Hi, is it for Nick?" Or I'll open the back door, of which on the passenger side, wherever I get in. And then I'd say, "Oh, is it for Nick?" And they would say, hopefully, yes, it is for Nick.
That's what they'd say. They'd say, hopefully, yes.
Yeah. I'd be like, I hope so.
I hope so. Wink.
And then I'd say, "Oh, good. That's me." Wink. Right?
Yeah.
And then
course. Yeah.
I get in, I close the
Little
door,
wink.
and wink.
That goes on with Uber drivers.
And then
Yeah.
usually they would like confirm where I want to go. They'd be like, "Oh, are you going here?" And I'd be like, yeah. And then
Okay.
I would either, proceed to go on my phone or just, chill out and, look out the window or whatever. Or if the driver wants to chat to me, I'll let them chat to me. Or
Yeah.
if I'm drunk, then I'll start chatting to the driver.
Right. Okay.
And
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
Thus far, Nick, I am entirely in agreement, right?
Mhm.
With some of this, I've never drunkenly chatted to an Uber driver, but I believe you when you said that happens. My concern, Nick, comes in the fact that I purchased an Uber the other day, and I, just like you did,
The company. He purchased the entire thing.
I purchased an Uber. Yeah, it's just one of the companies, one of the Ubers.
Of course.
And I did what you did, Nick. The car arrives, and I opened up the rear passenger side door, got in, and instantly the guy looks back over his shoulder and says, word for word here, Nick, "You can sit in the front,
Oh.
Now, at this point, I'm feeling immensely uncomfortable because I don't want to sit in the front.
No,
Right?
you're not the naughty child.
That's the
you also don't have 3 other people with you.
Yeah, exactly. I was on my own. I was independent, like singular, right?
Yeah.
So, what's your protocol? What would you have done in this scenario, Nick?
Okay, so if the
Would you
driver
have got in the front?
if the driver said you can sit in the front, I'd say, yeah, I know. I'd be like, I'd say what I would actually say is, "Oh, I'm all right here, thanks."
Yeah.
That's
exactly what I said.
I'm already in the back. Oh, it's all right. I'm already in the back.
Bingo. Yeah. I kind of like half chuckled, like awkwardly laughed, and just said
nervously sweats.
No, it was just like a bit of a chuckle. I was like, yeah, I'm all right, thanks, right? I'm all right. I just kind of laughed it off because I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to.
No, of course not, man.
I don't want to talk, right?
No.
But then this guy did not take the hint, right? He wanted to talk, right?
Right.
Which I can kind of understand. I imagine it's a somewhat somewhat tedious job if you just sit in silence, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of understand, but I was heading to. So the reason I was in an Uber, Nick, is that earlier that day I dropped my car off for a service, right?
Okay.
So I had to get an Uber home, and then obviously when I'm later on, the dealership calls me and they're like, "Hey, come and get your vehicle." I'm like, "Okay, fine," and I have to get an Uber to get back, right?
Yeah.
The mistake I made is what I should have done if I wanted to maximize my chances of not having to talk to anybody, is I should have requested a destination that was near to the dealership but not at the dealership, right? And then just walk to the rest of the way. Instead, what I did, being a silly Billy, is I requested that my Uber driver take me to the dealership, which of course means as soon as I get in the car, the guy asks me, why I'm going, right? And he's like, "Oh, where are you going for?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've got a service." And he's like, "Oh, what do you drive?" And there's like this and blah, blah, blah. And then it's a whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And I'm too socially awkward, man. I don't want to have this conversation.
Yeah.
You have these conversations a lot?
Yeah, usually. Yeah, if I request somewhere, even if it's the most recent Uber I took was to a bar a few weeks ago, and he was like, "Oh, you're going out?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm meeting a friend." And then he proceeded to ask me about my entire life. And I was thinking if I had just got it to that location rather than...
Yeah, just like the street name or something, right?
Yeah, rather
just
than
anywhere
name
on the
dropping,
road. Yeah.
then I probably wouldn't have had that conversation.
Yeah.
Now, in my case at this point, the note I made earlier about being drunk was partially somewhat true. So I actually didn't mind having this conversation. However, Isaac, a lot of the time I will request to go somewhere, can't think of any examples off the top of my head, and they will make comments and ask about the place I've requested to go to, therefore sparking off a full-blown conversation.
Yeah.
Which if I'm feeling a bit tired, I can't be bothered to have. But I will have it anyway, Isaac, because, like you, we're British, and you just feel too awkward to not.
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, I don't want to, man.
Yeah.
Do you have the stuff by the by?
They're in the system, Isaac. Is it potassium nitrate you were after?
You have 16 potassium nitrate?
They are in the system, Isaac. It's in the system. I've got 17 for you.
Oh,
you one on top for good luck.
Me.
I might go to the depth of the darkness, Isaac. Do some mining actually while I'm here.
Okay,
I'm gonna do that. Yeah. But yeah,
I don't know. He just like, he starts talking to me, and then he starts asking me like why I bought the car that I bought. I'm just like, what? Go stop, please. I don't need this. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, was he looking to purchase a car? The same car that you were going to pick up?
I don't think so. I think he was just curious as to why I'd purchased the car I'd purchased. You know,
the
what I mean?
Lambo, right? It was
It's
like,
like,
yeah, to the Lambo dealership.
Yeah. I had my Lambo. I was heading to the Lambo dealership, but right across the street is the Ferrari dealership. And it's like, why did you choose a Lamborghini over a Ferrari?
Exactly.
And I'm like,
and he was like, I'm picking between the two myself.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I was driving there in a Bugatti, right?
Yeah, you'd obviously
Bugatti
picked
Tesla.
an Uber Lux, Isaac.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're a YouTuber, and of course you did.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever picked like the Uber Lux option?
Weirdly, I have for the first time ever about a month ago, and the only reason was because it was so busy, I literally could not get a regular Uber to come. So I ordered an Uber Lux, and luckily it was not that expensive. And I got picked up in a lovely Mercedes, Isaac.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was very nice, actually. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. But I did actively think if I could have just got a regular Uber, I would have definitely just done that. But yeah.
I mean, we don't really have them here. Like,
no.
The option is kind of there on the app, but I can tell you that in random small towns in the north of England, they don't have many I don't know, Teslas or Mercedes or whatever normally goes into the Uber Lux category. Yeah, so whenever I open the app, it's just not even like an option, right? Normally they'll tell you it's there, but like next to the regular Uber or the Uber XL, there'll be like a time. Next to the Uber Lux is just nothing. It's just you can try if you like, but
yeah, it's like maybe next week or next century.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I get you. But yeah, interesting. Okay.
I was just a little taken aback by you can sit in the front. I'm just like I feel like that's a tough one to respond to without sounding rude, right?
Yeah,
you can't really say I don't want to.
God, it's a bit. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like. It's a very strange request, Isaac. I will give that to you. This is a very strange request. And given all the potential responses you could have given, I think you were good. You responded correctly given the situation that you were placed in at this time. And I probably would have said something quite similar.
I feel like it would have been so much more awkward if I'd have been like, okay, got out of the car, closed the back door, opened the front passenger side. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
yeah. If you were already in the car and you got out, exactly, to then get back in, I would have been like, that is quite weird. Yeah. I'm with you on this one, man.
Thanks, man.
No worries, man. Anytime, man. That's very interesting. Since I've started living in the city, Isaac, become a city boy, I've actually had to take Ubers a lot less than I used to the point where I think like I'm like saving quite a bit of money in Ubers. When I was at university, man, bloody hell, I used to spend money on Ubers. It was unbelievable. But yeah, so as a result, I've been kind of experiencing less of the shall we say the quirks of the Uber world more recently. But I did try something last week, Isaac. I tried the McDonald's Chicken Big Mac.
Nice.
Isaac, I had it. I actually had it last Monday for lunch before we were meant to do a session. And then I ate the Chicken Big Mac, Isaac, and then I was proceeded to get punched in the face with a massive food coma So when you
I
pushed
wondered
that
where that was
session,
going for a second there.
I was very happy.
I got punched in the face. I imagine you walking out of McDonald's with the chicken Big Mac and someone just walloping you.
Chicken
in the face
activists
for
are
no reason.
outside. Thinking this guy's had the audacity to get an extra chicken patty in his burger. And then
What did you think, man?
Okay, right. I thought, Isaac, that the chicken Big Mac was okay. Like, it was good. It was exactly how I expected. However, given that it is literally a Big Mac with the beef patties replaced by chicken, the flavor profile of the chicken Big Mac was more suited to beef, Isaac. And I was like, I rather would have just had a McChicken sandwich, or even a McChicken sandwich with an extra patty and all the sauces that are associated with that and toppings, as opposed to just a Big Mac where the patties have just simply been taken out and replaced with chicken ones. So that was my verdict, Isaac. This is what I thought. And would I get one again? No, Isaac, I wouldn't. To the point where I actually did return to McDonald's later last week, and I got completely different items.
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat, man. I think the chicken Big Mac is kind of meh.
Yeah.
Honestly. And I have a critique, Nick, of the Big Mac in general. And this might be controversial, Nick. It might ban us from all future McDonald's sponsorships, man. But
sugar.
The the Big Mac is constructed of a piece of bread, lettuce, so there's two pieces of bread, right? Top and bottom, with beef, cheese, pickles, lettuce, Big Mac sauce. And then crucially, Nick, the bit that I take issue with is the center piece of bread. I think it's just a gimmick to make the burger recognizable, and I think it actually makes the burger worse.
Ooh.
I think the Big Mac would taste better without the middle slice of bread.
Right. So what you're after then, Isaac, is kind of a double quarter pounder.
Well,
basically.
I think that's all that the Big Mac is, but they've just added the second slice of bread to make it like notable, right?
For
to make it like
reasons.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. And I think it's the wrong move.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you actually, man. I think you're right. Right. They've just done us. Man.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they've done us, but you can't take the bread out, I guess.
For it.
But yeah, I think the Big Mac minus the middle slice of bread, with everything else being the same, would be a better burger.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Sorry, McDonald's.
Yeah, and you know what, Isaac? I'm actually going to come out with a bit of a hot take.
Ooh, I'm ready.
The Big Mac and the chicken Big Mac, and this is an observation I had when I had the chicken Big Mac. It's not that big, Isaac. I bloody opened the thing expecting some towering burger.
Right.
It wasn't that big. I'm telling you, those chicken patties are thinner than they used to be, man. Like I think back in day, like I'm pretty sure those chicken patties were thicker, man.
I think the Big Mac, quote unquote, is big from a bygone age, right? I think that this is where I kind of wish I had the iPad connected, Nick, but I don't.
It's off sick. It's on annual leave.
It's off sick. But like, here you go. We got good old fashioned paint, Nick, right?
Okay, yeah.
So like, here's a graph, right? Of time. This is like this is now, and this is BB, which is beginning burger, right?
Yeah, this is like the 1950s when Ray Kroc invented the Big Mac or whatever it was. Yeah.
And then there's like burger size, which is like tiny over here to like way too big at the top, right? And so I feel like we started out, like this, and then the Big Mac comes along, and this is normal burgers, and this is McDonald's, right? McDonald's are like making normal burgers, and then like boom, they make a Big Mac, right? And at the time, it's like a big burger, I imagine, right? And they've just kind of left it like that, right? Whereas all the other burger companies have gone like this, right? They've just gone like insane after the after the success of the Big Mac. They've just gone crazy. And so all of the other burgers, are now massive. Like you can't even see where this line goes on this graph.
Who knows how big
still
they
down
are?
Here, right?
Right. Okay. No, I'm with you, man. Like I'm fully with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying it's basically like a relativity thing. The Big Mac was big in the 50s or whatever, and just all normal burgers that don't have big in the name have just got bigger, therefore making the Big Mac and its subsidiaries seem smaller.
Subsidiaries. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And it's forks.
It's like even the big tasty that McDonald's now do is like 3 times the size of the Big Mac, right?
Yeah,
it's huge.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the Big Tasty is big. I will give them
massive.
that. Yeah, I was considering getting that the other day, but I was like, you know what? I think I'll just get like a cheeseburger instead and not do that to myself. Oh yeah, they aren't lying, man. It is that. Now that deserves the big, right?
Yeah, and the thing is though, the Big Mac, you're right, it's not big. And I think it's deceptive because half of the bigness is just the extra bread, which I think is not even worth it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. Because those patties are bloody thin, man.
They are.
Like,
It's a double cheeseburger, right?
Yeah.
Which is like, £1.50
exactly.
or something. Like,
Yeah.
They've added a third piece of bread and they charge you triple the price. It's not worth it,
I don't know which, inkjet printer they've been printing those patties out of, but they're thin, man. I'm telling you. Oh dear. So it's bloody even worse when you hear the bloody nutritional info, man.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's bad,
what's
man.
going on here? And they're like, oh, it's the cheese. And I'm like, oh, but I like cheese. I get extra cheese on all of those things, man. Oh dear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, if I'm at McDonald's, I'll add the extra cheese. I'll even pay the extra 20p or whatever they're asking for it, man. I'm a bit of a cheese fiend, Isaac. I'm a bit of a cheese fiend, man.
I'm more of a drive-through orderer than an in-store touchscreen orderer, which I assume is what you are.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't, again, my Britishness comes out. I'm not about to customize the burger at the drive-through.
Right.
It would take too much. You know what I mean? At that point, you've got to. I want to speak to people as little as possible.
That's fair.
Right. I want to minimize the contact, especially through those intercoms. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's terrible. I don't know which company is grifting all other companies by selling them horrific intercoms, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who's doing it, but someone's out there making a fortune by selling the world's worst intercoms, and companies just keep buying them. I don't know why. It's
so true. I mean, so the most recent time I went, which was a few days ago, after the Chicken Big Mac time, which was actually a delivery. I did use the drive-through, and I actually didn't customize things that I would have customized in store because it was the drive-through.
Yeah.
And you're right, man. I was waiting by the side of that intercom for like 5 minutes, and I was like, are they gonna talk to me? Have I pulled forward far enough? And then eventually they were like, it's like the bloody transmission to the International Space Station, man. They're like, can I take your order? And I was like, oh yeah, can I have a cheeseburger and some chili cheese bites and some nuggets? And they were like,
and they're like,
copy that. And then they're like,
that's too realistic, Nick. That's too optimistic. What they do is go, okay, medium fries with a vanilla milkshake, and you're like, wait, what? That's not what I said.
I'd be like, no, and then I'd be like,
no,
is that it? And I'd be like, no, and they'd be like, copy, next window, please. Oh, I'm there, like, holding people
very
up.
Accurate.
And then they'll ask me to park in the bloody bay, and then I'm like, oh, why did I come to the drive-through? Oh dear. Oh.
Okay. I've got the drop of evil.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Yeah, I have successfully acquired it. There is a quest for it.
Oh right. Okay. So do we want to get to that point?
Maybe under chapter 3, which is the one we're on. At the bottom, there's a quest. Yeah, so we got to first get 2 osmium and 2 magnesium, and then we've got to make the vacuumulator, which we probably don't need at this point, but we can get anyway because it's the quest.
Yeah. Okay. So
the osmium seems to be a tricky part,
right? Is it not?
Because there's no osmium ore.
Right. Okay.
It seems like to get osmium, we have to break down diorite. And we can make diorite by crafting nether quartz and cobblestone, which is not particularly difficult. We're doing more nether quartz though because we don't have that much of it. I've managed to get 8 osmium element, but we need 32 if we're gonna get 2 ingots worth, right?
Okay, all right. I'll go to the nether. I'll get some quartz, Isaac. Yes. I'll go and mine some of that for you.
I have also, by the way, set up obviously we made the smeltery that we've not yet used.
Yes.
I've made a sharpening kit cast. So now if you ever need to repair your tools, you can drop iron in the smeltery and then pull it out to get a new sharpening kit.
Oh, very nice. Okay, I was thinking that because I did take the last iron sharpening kit out of the system earlier. Okay, so that's GTN, Isaac. Good to know.
Yeah.
That's almost VGTN actually. It's very good to know.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, cool. Right.
I had another topic of conversation I kind of want to broach with you now. And it's something that it's a small thing, but it's a thing that like infuriates me a little bit.
Go on.
And it's people trying to be nice, but inadvertently being the opposite, right? Being unhelpful, being unnice, right?
But so what you're referring to isn't passive aggression, or is it?
No, I think they're actively trying to do the right thing, but they are not conscious of the fact that they're actually being unhelpful in the same regard, right?
Okay.
The place I notice this the most is while driving, right? There are rules of the road that exist, right?
Correct.
And way too often, you'll see people flagrantly break the rules of the road in an attempt to be nice, right? Like maybe it's like if there's like back-to-back traffic, I can understand letting somebody out of like an intersection, right? But if there isn't like massive like stop-start traffic, and you come to a stop to let somebody out when there's like no cars behind, you know what I mean? Like,
yes,
there'll be no car behind the person. Again, you know what, Nick? Here's paint.com.
Yeah, go on, get it out.
Right?
Get it out.
I need a new. Can I go file new, please? I don't know which to save this. There'll be like a junction, right?
Yeah.
Like this. So here's something like this, like this, like this, and like this, right? So there's a car waiting here with a person in it who is completely happy to be waiting, right? They're living life.
Yeah, vibing
in
out.
this car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some music playing in their vehicle, right? So they're loving it. And then there's another car. And again, we drive on the left here in the UK, so bear with me there. There's another road this way, right? He's waiting to go over here. There's another vehicle that's coming this way, right? Like this.
Yes.
And like normally, in the rules of the road, this person coming this way would just drive past, and then this person would go, and everything would be great, right?
Absolutely.
However, this person, trying to be friendly, stops, and they're driving a massive car, by the way, stops.
Of course.
Here, right? Thinking that they're being nice.
Yeah.
But what that does is this person's then like, huh? He's got a question mark over his head because he's like, wait, why have you stopped?
It's like an NPC. Huh? Oh,
yeah, he's like, huh?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're like, why have you done this? And then this person maybe like flashes their lights or maybe like waves their hand like, oh, go ahead. And it's like, this whole system would have been faster if you'd have just kept going and let me go. Do you know what I mean? Like I've been this happy person grooving to tunes, you know, at the bottom of the car. And I just like, it's a little thing like that where I know they're trying to be nice, but like inadvertently they make it more difficult.
It's
right?
it's more dangerous.
I was gonna say, actually, like depending, I don't think it's too bad on this side, right? But like, sometimes I'll see it where if we change to the dynamics here, if we had something like this where the intersection's like here, and they're coming like this way, right? Like, let's imagine the car coming this way, and I want to get like from here round to here. You know, if this person, if there's like multiple lanes, it can get dangerous, right?
Yeah,
because like
exactly.
the second lane of traffic doesn't stop, and the first person does stop, so the guy thinks he can go out and he can't go out, and it's just like, just follow the rules
calamity,
of the
isn't
road.
It? Yeah, it's a calamity. Yeah. And like, I'll always, if I do feel like letting someone out, I'll always look behind me, and if there's no cars, I mean, I'm just not going to stop because it obviously makes sense to not stop.
Yeah, exactly.
And if I'm going really slowly, then I will also stop. Or like you said, stop traffic, right?
Yeah, can I have the glider real quick?
Oh yeah, of course you can. Here you go. Here you are.
Thanks. Perfect.
Lovely.
Yeah, like that's the thing, man.
Yeah.
But, like, there are more examples of this, right? You ever have this? So like, I think it is a polite thing to hold a door open if there's someone immediately behind you whilst you're leaving a place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with this premise?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I know what you're about to say as well.
Now, sometimes, again, I assume they're just trying to be nice, but people will hold the door open when they're way far ahead of you, right?
Yeah.
They are, like, you're not super far. It's maybe,
you're
maybe like 30 seconds
code,
away. It's like you're heading towards the door, but they open the door, and then they hold it and look back, and you're not quite there yet, but you've got to, at that point, you have to pick up speed.
Yeah, you've got to start running.
At that point,
them.
you've got to pick up speed to get through the door.
And then for the courtesy of it, you've got to thank them too.
Yeah,
it's like the ultimate power move. They're making you sweat, and then you've got to thank them for it. Yeah. No, I feel you, man, with that one. The problem is, right, is that my perception's quite bad. So I'm actually, I'm guilty of doing this sometimes because there's a door to leave my apartment block. And many a time I'll just hold it open for people when I think they're a lot closer than they are.
Yeah.
You know, like when you look in like the wing mirrors of cars and it's like objects may appear closer than they actually seem or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes are just like that when I just hold doors for people. And then I feel really bad as well. I always think, oh, I wish I just shut it in your face and you would have probably been happier. But then reverse like situation, Isaac. If someone's walking ahead of me and I think that I am close enough for them to hold the door open for me, I don't know what comes over me, but I will deliberately like hang back a little bit so that they don't hold the door open for me because I don't want to enter myself into the situation that you've just described. Like I will deliberately like walk a little bit more slowly or like hang back a bit or like turn a corner only at the last second just because I don't want them to hold the door for me. I don't know. It's quite weird.
You don't want to owe a debt to this person, right? However small.
Yeah, potentially a lifelong one as well.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I'll do that. It's quite weird, but yeah, like I always catch myself doing it. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to hold it open for me because then you've got to be like, oh, thank you, and then they might be walking like just in front of you and you might be going the same direction. You don't want them to think you're some kind of stalker.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. There's a lot to it, man. This is what happens when you get anxious about these things.
I think there's one final example, Nick, of people, at least that I have, of people being kind of too nice. Also, manganese. Oh, manganese? Manganese, not magnesium. I can't read, Nick, is what we need.
Okay, right.
Manganese. Oh, we got 9 manganese. I need 32 manganese.
Where does it come from, Isaac?
Oh, no, wait, I've got 38 manganese. Never mind. It also comes from
nice,
diorite.
Nice.
We're good. Here we go. Boom. Yeah, there we go. Quest complete. Now we just make that vacuumulator, and we should be Gucci.
Let me come home. Here we go. I've been quartz mining, Isaac. We've got a nice, a relatively healthy amount of quartz now, which is good.
Nice. The final thing, Nick, is people who respond to Amazon customer questions who do not know the answer to Amazon customer questions. You see this?
Oh, right? I have seen this. So when someone's like, is this compatible with, the latest iPhone? And then someone will reply saying, not too sure, but hope it does. Or, not too sure about that one, but have a nice day.
Yeah. It'll be...
like, what are you clustering the Q&A section up with these answers? Stop it.
That's the thing. They'll be like, does this support Bluetooth 7.4? And the person will be like, not sure, bought this for my grandson. I'm like, why are you asking the question then?
You have too much free time, sir.
It's because, like, I know how it happens as well, because I've received the emails from Amazon, right? They'll be like, can you answer this question? Is what they'll send in the email, right?
Exactly.
And then,
yeah.
But the thing is that there are people who are thinking that the email is directed specifically at them, right? Not like a mass email to everybody who's purchased the product. Like specifically for them, like, can you help us in this scenario? And they go out of their way to be like, no, sorry, I don't know. And that's always like the top answer, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you go to Amazon, you go down, it's like, oh, there's the question I want to know. Click to see show answer. And the answer is always, without fault, it's every single time. It's like, no idea.
No idea. Not sure about that one.
They do it for reviews as well. They'll be like, they'll be like a PlayStation 5, and you'll scroll down, it'll be like, bought it for my grandson, 2 stars. And I'm like, what? Why did you review this then? What are you doing?
So it's like, oh, it got delivered a day late. Think it's all right. 5 stars.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah.
But like, I get it. People are trying to be nice, but inadvertently just being unhelpful, man. And so I think the moral of this episode, Nick, is I think people should be less nice.
Yeah, I think what we've learned today is that Isaac doesn't like people being nice.
No, I think I prefer people who are helpful over people who are nice. Isaac 2022.
It's the hard truth today. from Isaac. Well, that's good, man. I'm glad. I'm glad. At least you're honest, all right?
Yeah, I think so, man.
At least you're honest, Isaac. I respect that, man. I respect that. So I don't always agree with it, but I respect it.
You respect the honesty. You prefer people to be nice than useful?
I don't know, like.
Or would you
I
just
don't
not
think
say
I deep it that much. Yeah, like if people are trying to be nice, I'd be like, oh, okay, they were trying to be nice, whatever.
Like, I just like I appreciate people trying to be nice, but I do just wish that like just take a second, you know, and just think if the thing you're trying to do is actually nice, or if you're actually just making everything more awkward. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, these are the exact same people who, like, when they want to Google search someone, they'll like type it in written as a question. You know what I mean? They're the exact same type of people.
Yeah,
they're the type of people will be like, you know, when we want to, like, I know you'll definitely
like
be
if you want
this.
If you want to find like the tallest mountain, you'll just Google like tallest mountain.
Yeah.
Whereas this person will go to Google and type in "What is the tallest mountain, please?" ?
Yeah. Exactly. They are the people who are doing what you just described, Isaac. Because they basically are less internet apt, I guess.
I don't understand the internet people. I understand, right? Like the way that Amazon sends out their emails, I get it.
Of
right?
course,
for asking questions. The people I don't get the drivers. I don't get the people who are unnecessarily trying to be friendly while driving, right?
Yeah,
and in doing so, like breaking the rules of the road, right?
Yeah, I do get that. The going at the speed limit and then stopping to let someone out, or going, you know, at a fair pace and then stopping to let someone out. I think I did that a little bit when I first passed, and then very quickly developed like thicker skin and just stopped. So I get that.
It's like you've another person in the car. They're not going to say thank you. You know, like, it's just like, what were you doing? No,
it's like a romantic gesture. I'm still here. Thinking about it every day. They didn't, you know, come back to me with a heartfelt card.
The worst is when somebody like in front of you does it, right? Where it's like you're driving, there's a car in front of you, and the car in front of you decides to stop to let somebody out when it's just you two. You
and there's no one behind you.
And you've got to do like an emergency stop because this guy decided to stop for no reason. It's no, I mean,
in fact, my mum's been caught in a situation like that. Person in the front, emergency stopped to let someone out. She emergency stopped, right? Behind that car, and then someone rear-ended her.
Nice, right?
Because of that. So that was there you go. It is more dangerous. Wouldn't have happened if that person hadn't like just stamped on the brakes.
Yeah, I'm going to take a controversial stance here, Nick.
Go on.
I'm going to say I think we should all just follow the rules of the road as they're laid out.
Damn, don't say that, Isaac. Then people would start using motorways properly too.
Oh, jeez.
No one could know.
Actually impossible.
No, exactly. Like, we can't have that. That would be, the sun would start rising and setting in the wrong directions if that started happening.
Yeah,
because that's something I've noticed recently. I think it's because I've been doing a lot of motorway driving recently.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, why are you in the fast lane? I'm like, the two lanes next to you are free. I'm like, and I want to overtake you properly, please.
No, you can't do it, man. I think it's just I think it might be a factory default or like a factory fault
installed by God into our brains.
Oh, can I have the dirt, please?
Oh, yes.
No, I think it's just I think for whatever reason, I don't know if it's like a manufacturer thing or just like I just don't think like Audis can not be in the fast lane, man.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, I now have an Audi, and I agree with you.
You can only be in the fast. Oh, Nick, you know you've done it now, man.
Oh well, I'm part of the problem, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
That's my issue, Isaac. I'm always in the fast lane, and people in front of me aren't moving out of the bloody way.
You're the one trying to go 150 in a 70 zone.
Exactly. I'm like flashing at them. Honk, honk. I'm getting. Also, here's what Audis do as well, Isaac, and BMWs as well. I have to get about 2 inches from their rear end, right, just to really make them sweat.
Yeah.
But you are right. I think Jeremy Clarkson was in a very old episode of Top Gear was doing like the how close you get behind someone, right, when driving. And I think when he got within like 2 centimeters in like behind the car in front, he called that the full Audi.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, you are right.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, there's nothing they could do. You know,
Yeah.
poor Audi drivers.
I mean,
that's just how it is.
I think it is a factory default. I think my indicator's just stuck on right, Isaac. There's nothing I can do. Like,
oh jeez.
Oh, yeah, get out of there, man. Careful, Isaac.
I can't get out of there. I need to put the vector plates down, man.
Oh yeah, here we go. Hold on.
I need your help. You have a sword, Nick. You have a sword.
I have a sword. Oi! Oi!
You got this, guy. Thank you. I put down some torches temporarily, so we shouldn't get any more.
Nice.
At the moment, but
okay, good.
yeah,
oh yes, of course. Yeah, I forgot about the vector plates. Oh yeah. Oh, look at this. Look at this sparkly, Isaac. This is good.
It's the thing is, it's always Audi drivers.
Yeah.
It's not even, you know what I mean? Like, it's a stereotype, but it is.
Oh no, it's
like,
true.
It's like
there is a reason why it's a stereotype. Like 100%. You are right.
Yeah.
It's always Audi drivers. And I have thought about this before. I'm like, why is it always like Audi drivers or like BMW drivers or whatever? And I think it is just because there are so many of these cars.
Yeah,
that it's just it's just by it's statistical probability that it will be an Audi driver.
That's fair, actually.
Also,
as opposed to like a Skoda, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
You just don't see as many Skodas here.
No, 100%. Since getting an Audi, well, I mean, so the Audi I have is relatively high performance, right?
Yeah,
but
it's an
I have
R8,
noticed that it's pardon.
It's an R8, right?
Oh, it's an R8, of course. Yeah. R8
I know,
performance. Yeah.
Edition. Yeah.
Performance edition in purple. It was they'd run out of Lambos, Isaac, so it's the same car pretty much. So I was like, yeah, I'll get that one.
Right.
Like the characteristics of how it delivers power. Like, I'll put my foot down a bit and I'll be going, right? And then there's like a certain threshold and I'll put it down anymore. It's because the engine's turbocharged. It will shoot me forward. I'm like, whoa. To the point where I've had to like kind of really learn how the power delivery works on the car to not launch myself to the point at which I am 2 inches in like behind the driver in front. So, you know what, man? Let me see if I can help you out here. Oh, you good? You good?
I'm somewhat okay. These mobs are very energetic.
They are, aren't they? I think they've been working out, man.
Like, oh gosh, I need to leave, man. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, come out here, man.
I'm dead.
Oh no! right at the exit as well. Right, it's really exit, sad.
Man. Jeez.
Oh dear. There you go,
I need to put down one more vector plate.
Oh right. Okay. GL Isaac.
GLHF. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's oh jeez, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh jeez.
Oh, I see. Oh, is it this one above that hopper there? Or
yeah. Otherwise, they just don't die.
Oh,
I got this. I got it.
You got it, I believe.
Yeah, I got it.
Nice.
I just got hope. No, the thing is, like, the mobs are so fast. They can like when I'm in here, their thirst for me outstrips their like the vector plates.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. No, I get they like it's like all the adrenaline kicks in and they start like running at the same speed as the train, right? You know, like in movies, like someone will drop someone off it.
Yeah,
it's like that. Except for this time, the creepers and mobs, they'll beat the train, like they'll keep up, and like get back on. So yeah, that's I get you, man. It's all right. It's done now. Here it comes.
Real quick to cycle back to the car thing, Nick.
Yes.
I do have another rationale. You know, you mentioned there being just a lot of cars. I think that's partially the case. I also think a potential secondary variable. Also, do you have any coal, by the way?
Oh,
in your inventory?
I don't.
I don't mind some. That's fine. I think another very large variable, Nick, is just the demographic of people buying Audis. You know, I don't want to call you out too much here, man.
No, go for it. Call me out. Because it'll be correct.
Yeah, I think the demographic of people buying Audis is men under the age of 40.
Yes, who are in a hurry.
Yeah, always,
always in a hurry.
Right? Like, you know, there's probably like a lot of Hyundais sold in the UK. You never see a Hyundai driving, overtaking you
someone's
in
arse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, I think that's correct. That's very correct. That's true. Well, there you go. Now you know. If it's an Audi, It's me.
It's Nick. It's always Nick. If you ever...
Every single time it's like it's like something out of the Matrix or something. It's like omnipresent, but only within Audis.
You drive past one Audi, look back, it's Nick. You drive past another one a few minutes later, it's still
It's me
Nick.
again. Yeah, it's a different Audi, but it's still me.
Still Nick.
Oh dear.
So anytime you get, undercut by an Audi, or anytime you just like an Audi speeds past you, or gets real close to you and tries to rear end you, just assume it's Nick.
Blame me. Yeah,
It always is Nick. Yeah, blame Nick.
Yeah, but make sure you like the video and comment and blame me as well.
Go like the video and then tell us in the comments that Nick,
exactly.
put you up at a junction.
Yeah, exactly.
And that you're unhappy about it.
Yeah, God, yeah.
Actually, don't do that. Send us a message on Patreon, patreon.com/.
Oh, yes.
Pledge.
Yes, do that.
And then send a message.
Don't forget to subscribe on Twitch as well.
Nick will get you an apology back. Yeah,
exactly. Use your Prime subscription too on Twitch. If you can.
We could say right here and now, if you pledge on Patreon and complain about Nick's driving, Nick will personally send you an apology.
Only on the highest tier, all right? I will handwrite it.
Only on the highest tier.
But only on the highest tier.
Jeez.
If it's any less than the highest tier, then sorry, that's your apology. That there a few seconds ago, that sorry was your apology. But for highest tier, I'll handwrite it. Or maybe I'll just hand sign it with a fake signature. Man.
So now, Nick, I think the next step here for us is going to be to make a loot crate opener.
Yeah, so we get the crates coming in.
Yeah.
Here we go. Loot crate.
So there's loot crate storage, but there's also a loot crate opener, which doesn't look too difficult to make, actually. The only thing we're missing here is a stone pickaxe. It's actually very easy. Boom. Done.
Perfect.
Cracked
He's
it.
got it. So this is our key, Isaac, to a unlimited supply of antimatter, isn't it?
That is the idea, yes.
Okay. This is good. I think it's come at the right time as well, because the amount of antimatter that the base was providing has been fully stripped out, or at least the core has. Yeah.
Do we have what it takes to make the draw key? Do we have a draw key? No. I'm hoping to make the draw key. Yeah, we do. Perfect. Because it should allow us to kind of designate one storage drawer to drawers. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think that the wrong things can end up in the loot crate opener and can kind of clog it up, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay. I understand. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I want to make sure that, here we go, if I do... Oh, hold on. Okay, what I'm going to do, Nick, I'm going to do, me, personally. Do I have a hatchet? Like an axe?
There was one.
No.
Okay, maybe there wasn't one.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, what I'll do is I get rid of this basic drawer very slowly because I don't have a
punch it to death, Isaac. Go on. There you go. Nice.
Just got a few trillion blisters in there.
It's all right. It's worth it.
Splinters.
And splinters. Yeah. It's not polished, this wood, Isaac. Can't afford that.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Boom. Okay, so I have a draw key. I then think, do we have item ducts? We do. We've got 48 freaking item ducts, man.
Ooh, must be quest rewards, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Made them, haven't we? Yeah, okay.
So I think what we can do is we can do this. I'm then going to lock this to, loot crates.
Yes,
then
okay.
we can do something like this, where we extract said loot crates out into the loot crate opener, which I don't think uses power. It doesn't.
There they go. There they go.
And if you hold shift, you'll see that right now there's zinc in there. The trouble then is that we then have to do, I think, this. Do you know what I mean? Extract out of here, background into the main drawer controller, which is why we've got so many drawers here. We're not going to get that many mob droppers, but we want to make sure we have enough space for all of the extra junk that's going to come out of these, which is going to be a lot. If you type in loot crate,
let's have a look.
And press U on the white ones, you'll see the list of things we're going to get.
Yeah.
11 things. It's not too bad, actually. That should be fine. We should have enough space for it. You'll see that already over here we've got 8 white antimatter, Nick. It's coming in thick and fast.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, look, there's a 6.67% chance of getting white antimatter from the loot crates. Okay, this is good.
Yeah.
Oh, if we leave this going, man, this is... This could be good,
And
this could
the
be
odds of getting a loot crate, by the way, from a monster being killed, are 97.7%.
Oh, okay.
So almost
right.
every mob that gets killed should drop a loot crate.
Okay, so basically we're looking at 7, or let's call it 6 white antimatter per 100 mobs killed, which I think is all right. It's not bad.
That seems low when you say it like that.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does actually seem quite low when I say it like that. But like, obviously, once we kind of leave this going for a little bit,
yeah,
we'll come back to hopefully enough white antimatter to provide us to fulfill our needs.
I get the feeling that you get more than, or maybe not. Maybe you're right. But yeah, that's fine. Like I said, we'll get there. It's a passive source, right?
Yeah.
Of antimatter, which is good. That's what
it's
we're
also quite nice that we get like all of those chemicals as well, right?
Yeah, there's like a nice little bit of rubidium and whatnot being brought in, and some caffeine as well, man.
The caffeine is good because I'm pretty sure. Oh, and magnesium sulfate. Oh, we were looking for that, weren't we?
You can consume the caffeine, man.
Oh,
it gives you night vision, speed, and haste.
Oh my god! Oh, god,
yeah.
It's raw caffeine.
Yeah, this is how I feel every morning, man.
Like. Oh.
After my morning coffee, just like my FOV increases.
Yeah, I get night vision.
Moving faster.
I get haste as well.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
But
now, Nick, we need to continue on with Chapter 3. We need to get our first set of machine frames. And then there are, on the right-hand side of Chapter 3, there are a couple of like challenge quests we need to complete. We need to submit 10 million FE. We need to get 48 steel, and we need to get 1,000 buckets of water. At which point we can then tick off the Gods of a Tomb Smile Upon You quest. And then move down and enter a new dimension, Nick. But alas, for now, we're out of time for this episode of Antimatter Skyblock.